Hello, everybody. I'm Grimnag,
And I'm Frieren.
and you've brought us another day here with that Aussie couple. I swear our opening picture should say "Meanwhile in Australia" or something like that. And we've done this opening a couple times now because we've been nothing but doing audio checks and chuckling at ourselves because Freeran doesn't like how I say "good."
No, it's just you get all broadcastery, and I hate it.
Hey, just because Good Morning Vietnam started it doesn't mean I can't continue.
No,
It does.
it should have died with Robin Williams.
No.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. All right, well, it's another week here. This is the 16th of March, and we have more random news. This time, we're going all the way over to our friends in Japan at the Asahi Shimbun newspaper to talk about the ultimate bowl of Himeji noodles, treats to be sold at the Osaka Expo, which sounds like a lot of fun.
Yummy noodles.
I always love noodles. Himeji Higo Prefecture. Visitors to the Osaka Kansai Expo in 2025 can have Hajimi's. I'm going to butcher that, I know it. Himejis, specially unusually served at train stations for commuters on the run. The eki soba noodle dish is a quick local snack sold at a cheap price, but an upgraded version will be offered for 8 times the original price at the World's Fair, which is scheduled to open April 13th. I didn't know they still did World's Fairs. You haven't heard of a World's Fair in a long time, have you?
Or maybe they still have them, they just don't advertise that they have them.
Well, obviously they're advertising, but maybe not to
I
people like
mean,
us.
we know that Germany has its Oktoberfest, but
Yeah, but
I
that's not a
haven't.
World Fair.
No, but it's still something that everybody from around the world goes to, and yet I haven't seen it, mentioned anymore anywhere.
Well, it's a regular annual event, so maybe it's just one of those. If you're not looking at German stuff, you don't see it.
Maybe
I have to ask Jeff, who's currently playing VR. He's a big German file, so
he must have been a German in a previous life.
must have been. Okay, so Himeji-based Maneki Foods Co., which offers ekisoba and akiben box meals, will operate a two-story shop in front of Forest of Tranquility Zone at the expo venue. Well, that's a good name for a zone, the Forest of Tranquility. According to the company, a restaurant with about 80 seats on the first floor will dish out ekisoba rice bowls and other meals. The highlight of its menu is the ultimate ekisoba, a luxury edition of a tempura-topped ekisoba bowl sold for 480 yen, which is $3.20 American, which is about $4.80 in Australian, including tax. Using Japanese dashi stock as the base, the soup will be adorned with extracts from scallops and hamaguri clams. Ooh, that sounds very
Okay, they've
fishy.
lost me.
But there's no clams in it though. It's just the sauce.
Still, it's still seafoody.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a seafoody flavor.
Yeah, but I'm a meat eater. I don't like seafood.
Okay, well, it'll be topped with sliced Kobe beef shoulder roast, a soft-boiled egg, and other items containing raw Chinese noodles. It will be priced at 3,850 yen, which would be about $38.50 Aussie. The treat will be served in a lacquered bowl being produced by Taya Shikuken Co., a famed lacquerware store in Wajima, Ishikawa Prefecture. I'm getting better. Staff will wear uniforms designed by Michiko Koshima, a world renowned fashion designer who hails from Osaka Prefecture. Oh, they're going all out.
We really should need to put trigger warnings on these things.
Why?
You butchering.
I can't speak any language, including English. Ekibim sold most in 1970 when the previous Osaka Expo was being held. Manake Foods president Noritaka, Noritaka Takeda said during a news conference held in Himeji on January 14th, I want to liven up the mood during the 6 month run because I want Japan to regain its vitality once again. So yeah, it's fun. A fun local story for Japan,
Well, if I were to eat it, I would tell them to hold off on the scallops and the.
but there aren't any scallops in there.
But you just said
It's
scallops.
in the soup base.
Oh, okay. So it's in liquid form.
Yes, it's the liquid form.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
what makes the base of the broth.
Eh, maybe. I don't know.
You wouldn't be eating the fish. You would be tasting the fish.
But we know how well I like fish. Not at all.
You eat fish. You just
I
don't
do
like
eat fish.
fishy
I
things.
don't like the fishy tasting fish. I prefer the fish that doesn't taste fishy.
I bet you if I handed it to you, you would say it tastes odd, but you wouldn't say it tasted like fish because that's scallops. They don't taste like fish.
Maybe.
Okay, what do we have next? This is an Australian story from news.com. Aussie bargain empire crash amid shift. One of Australia's biggest digital platforms is closing for good, joining a long list of once popular sites that have already disappeared, which is no surprise in today's internet culture. Websites are dying left, right, and center.
Well,
Catch.com and Kogan.com.
there's a whole bunch of American food restaurant places that are closing as well. Red Robin's is closing,
Yeah.
and Denny's.
Denny's is going away?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, okay, this is a one of those photo essays. I did not realize it. Okay, we'll just go through the dates. Okay. All right, so number one, Catch.com. Launched in 2006 as Catch of the Day, this Australasian online retail platform quickly became a go to site for daily deals and discount shopping. In 2019, it was acquired by West Farmers for $230 million and rebranded as Catch.com.au. Right? West Farmers owns
They
Coles, right? Or West
oh,
Woolworths.
they own a whole bunch of stuff, but I think Catch tried to be Costco.
Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think we used it once.
Maybe, yeah. A long, long time ago.
Despite initial success, Catch struggled to compete with global giants that Amazon and eBay, as well as local competitors like Kogan. West Farmers announced in 2024 that Catch.com would be shut down in April 2025, citing ongoing financial losses, and inability to scale profitability in a highly competitive e-commerce market. Yeah, so like Kogan, I would take Kogan over Catch most of the time.
Yeah.
I remember Catch
I
actually.
don't know if we've actually bought anything from Kogan.
That
We've looked at
the
it.
exercise machine we bought from Kogan.
Oh, your gym thing? Yeah.
So we've put onesies and twosies here and there for Kogan. Some of my 3D printing liquid here for Kogan too. Launched in 2003, Skype was pioneering voice and video calling solution that revolutionized online communication between immensely popular in Australia and around the world. And now it's going away. However,
Well,
Skype struggled to keep pace with newer competitors like Zoom and Microsoft Teams, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic, when
Skype Business is going away.
all Skype's going away.
I read somewhere that the Skype for personal use is still staying.
It's blending into Teams. So, in other words, if you have Skype personal, like I do and you do, right? You can log into Teams personal, and it just carries over supposedly. Unfortunately, at work, because the Teams I have is based off of the business Teams, I can't get access to it for some reason. But they say it's just log in, it's done. I'm like,
Yeah, but Microsoft never makes things easy.
no,
They always complicate things.
I have no idea why they do that. They keep changing the UI just to change the UI. I hate just why. Why do you mess with it?
Mm.
Like I understand with Windows 11, they're trying to make it so you can have more like touchscreen focused stuff, but they're making all their apps that like, hey,
Hate
look,
to think what Windows 13 is going to be like
ugh.
with number 13.
Microsoft, which acquired Skype in 2011, announced it would officially retire the consumer version of Skype on May 5th, 2025, shifting focus entirely to Microsoft Teams. The move marks the end of an era for one of the most iconic communication platforms of the near early internet age. Skype for Business, launched in 2015, is rebranded to Microsoft Link platform. It became widely used by Australian businesses for video conferencing and instant messaging. However, it was retired in 2021 as Microsoft encouraged users to move to Microsoft Teams, which offered better integration and more features. MySpace. Is it finally killing MySpace?
I didn't even know MySpace still existed.
MySpace, launched in 2003, was once the largest social networking site in the world, particularly popular in Australia during the mid 2000s.
I should
It
look up
became a
MySpace
platform
and
for
see.
social networking, shared music, and discovering new artists.
I should look up MySpace and see if I can still find my account. See what it looks like now.
However, it failed to keep up with the competitors like Facebook, which offered a cleaner interface and better user experience. Facebook's user experience sucks.
Yeah, it's hard to find stuff on Facebook as well.
It's like, hey, let's just change our UI again. Woo! MySpace user base declined rapidly, and although the platform still technically exists, it's a shadow of its former self, with many core features now defunct. I have no idea what that is. Friendster.
I have no idea what that is.
I've only ever heard the name. I've never actually been to the website. Friendster launched in 2002 and one of the earliest social networking sites to gain widespread popularity. It allowed users to connect with friends, share updates, and network online. However, slow site performance and poor management led to rapid decline as users migrated to more stable platforms like MySpace and Facebook. God damn. Can you imagine that Facebook was better than whatever this thing was? Wow, just look how old that is. Friendster provided a gaming platform in 2011, but eventually shut down in 2015 due to lack of engagement and profitability. Google Plus. I used to use Google Plus. I was
Yeah, I
actually on
liked Google Plus.
It worked. It was a better alternative to
It was
Twitter.
easy to find stuff on there, though.
Google Plus was launched in Google in 2011 as an attempt to rival Facebook. While initially generated buzz, it never gathered significant traction. Users found it confusing and redundant compared to other social media platforms. Yeah. Following a series of security vulnerabilities and data breaches, Google announced its closure in 2018, and consumer version officially shut down in 2019. What the hell is Quibi? You heard of
Never heard of it.
Quibi? Quibi was a short-form video streaming service launched in 2020. It was designed to be mobile consumption, with quick, bite-sized episodes under 10 minutes. Oh, I vaguely remember this thing now. Despite a significant marketing push, Quibi, or QB, whatever, was failed to attract subscribers and shut down just 6 months after launch in December 2020 due to low engagement and flawed business model. Yes, it's hard to make money. Ask.fm. Is that like Ask Jeeves? Launched in 2010, Ask.fm was an anonymous question and answer social networking platform, gained significant popularity among teenagers worldwide. In 2010, I was working, so no, I wouldn't have known anything about this.
Never heard of it.
Including in Australia, users could receive questions from others, either identified or anonymous, fostering both engaging interactions and concerns over cyberbullying. Despite implementing safety measures and being acquired by IAC in 2014, Ask.fm saw a steady decline in user numbers. The platform officially ceased operations December 1st, 2024. It's amazing how long sites will just kind of go on in the background and not die, but are basically dead.
I wonder how much garbage the internet is actually carrying.
Well, you've heard
The trash that no one's putting out.
Have you heard of the dead internet theory?
No.
So the dead internet theory is basically the idea that most of the internet is actually just bots. So like 90% of the internet is not humans. It's actually just bots and old websites. And so most of the activity going on is just robots talking to robots. There aren't really humans running around.
I wonder what kind of conversations they're having.
Well, if they're based on what they started from, Flame Wars. Club Penguin. I remember seeing this. I never did Club Penguin because I don't think I was too old when it launched. It was a Disney thing. Club Penguin was an online multiplayer game aimed at children, launched in 2005. It had a strong user base in Australia and was acquired by Disney in 2007. Disney shut down Club Penguin in 2017, replacing it with Club Penguin Island, which also closed less than a year later due to lack of interest.
Figures. Everything that Disney touches these days.
Orkut. Never heard of Orkut. Orkut was the first attempt by Google at social networking, launched in 2004 when it gained a loyal following in countries like Brazil and India. Oh, okay, no wonder I never heard of it. It also had an active user base in Australia. However, it was eventually overshadowed by Facebook and other social platforms. Google closed Orkut in 2014 to focus on other projects, citing declining usage and engagement. Google's really good at closing things too.
Well, at least they closed them.
Yeah. Yik Yak. Launched in 2013, Yik Yak was an
Yakety
anonymous,
yak.
location-based social networking app that became popular on university campuses. It allowed users to post anonymous messages that could be seen by others nearby. Oh, okay. That was during that whole location-based craze of, hey, look, everybody's got a phone that can tell you where you are, so let's do stuff based on where you're standing. Like Pokemon Go.
Ugh. We all know how much I love Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Due to issues with cyberbullying and declining usage, the app shut down in 2017. It briefly relaunched in 2021, but failed to gain its former popularity and relevance. Vine. Vine still technically exists, I thought.
Vine I have heard of.
Vine was a short-form video platform launched in 2013 and quickly gained a large global following. Known for its 6-second-long looping videos, it became a springboard for many internet celebrities. However, Twitter, which acquired Vine in 2012, shut it down in 2017 due to challenges with monetization and competition from Instagram and Snapchat. Right, which we don't hear about Snapchat much anymore either. It still exists, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Blackberries. BlackBerry Messenger, also known as BBM, was launched in 2005 and became a hugely popular messaging platform among BlackBerry users. Despite a brief attempt to go cross-platform in 2013, BBM could not compete with the rise of WhatsApp, iMessage, and other messaging services.
I
The
never
consumer version
owned
of
a
BBM was officially shut down in 2019.
I never owned a BlackBerry.
I've touched them, I play with them here and there, but I never bought it because it's like I like physical keyboards, but
No, the keyboard was just too small.
yeah, exactly. I have big fat fingers. Path, never heard of that one, was a social networking app launched in 2010. It was designed to private sharing and a close circle of friends and family. It gained some traction in Australia, especially among users of the never ever expanding reach of Facebook. However, it struggled to grow its user base beyond a niche audience and shut down in 2018 after being acquired by a South Korean company. All right. This is there 42 of them on this thing. Do we want to do all 42 of these?
No,
Didn't
we
think so.
don't. I was just thinking, oh my god, did I
Meerkat,
choose the wrong
Periscope.
article?
I think you may have chosen an article we don't want, but AOL. I'm just going to spin back.
Windows Live Messenger, I used to use that,
Yeah.
MSN, but I stopped after I think Skype came into
Or
my life.
ICQ.
ICQ, I only used it for one friend and then I didn't use it ever again.
Video, Yahoo Messenger. Remember that?
Yes, yeah.
Google Hangouts. Yeah. Quick Sales. Uh, Google Play Music. Yeah. Nothing. PlayStation Home. Yeah. That did not last very well. Kind of drunk.
Anyway, let's move on to the next
I don't see
article.
anything funny. TiVo. Yeah. That died. And that was it. Okay. Cool. Moving right along. This one's a Netflix one. Diabolical. Diabolical. Netflix $500 million bomb. One of the worst movies in living memory. Netflix has just released one of the most expensive movies of all time and is destined to become one of its biggest ever bombs. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
We've really been sold a pig and a poke. That is such Australian writing. What's a pig and a poke?
I have no clue. Something involving a pig and maybe poking it? I don't know.
That's just one of those sayings that people say. They don't know what it means, but they say it.
Yeah.
With directors Anthony and Joe Russo. In 2019, their entertaining 3-hour Marvel epic Avengers Endgame deservedly became the second highest grossing movie of all time. That was a blip, it turns out, just like the blip in their movie. Since then, the brothers have been on a diabolical mission to deliver some of the worst and priciest movies of the past 6 years. The latest, The Electric State, on no good Netflix, cost a staggering $320 million.
I've got that one for us to watch.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds interesting, but at the same time,
Well, Chris Pratt is in it.
I'll give it a watch.
And what's her name there? Millie
Uh,
Bobby Brown.
who's Millie Bobby Brown?
Enola Holmes.
Okay, I don't know. I know who that
And
is now.
Damsel.
I know who that is, kind of. That means in the 13th most expensive film ever made, a remarkable feat considering the sci-fi adventure is a dreadful and derivative slog and streamer's latest feature-length embarrassment. It just proves that you can throw money at a problem, it doesn't make it good. We can spend a lot of money on something, it doesn't mean
You
it's going
throw
to be
money
good.
at a lot of things is not going to fix anything.
In the first few minutes, where a 1990s era President Clinton enters and announces, "As of today, we are at war with the robot population," we know we're in for a big, dumb waste of time. I kid you not, a narrator says that in this altered timeline, Walt Disney invented robots. Then, humans enslaved them, and machines revolted. See? The Terminator was Walt's fault. Humans won the war because Stanley Tucci invented android avatars that people could pilot like drones. The pilot is a watered-down grab bag of old, tired ideas. Sorry, the plot. 2 years later, Millie Bobby Brown, with an unchanging expression of distraught alarm, plays Rebel Michelle. She embarks on a road trip with an illegal bot called Kid Cosmo, a remedial Buzz Lightyear, who apparently is being controlled by her lost little brother she thought was dead. So many celebs fall into this money pit along the way. Jason Alexander, Brian Cox, K. Hugh Kwan, Rob Gronkowski, Anthony Mackie, and more plop in front of a green screen over a recording booth. Of
God,
some
Anthony
lethargic
Mackie's just in everything, isn't he?
reaction. Like we're at Toy Story's Fury Road, Woody Harrelson voices a mechanical, world-weary Mr. Peanut. Another android wears a sombrero and plays a Wild West saloon piano in an abandoned shopping mall. C-3PO is Lawrence Oliver. Next to these annoying metal morons, Michelle soon teams up with Keats, played by Chris Pratt, once again doing his goofy Han Solo shtick he did in Jurassic World and Guardians of the Galaxy. He has the sort of laughable facial hair that proves one man's mustache is another man's wig. Okay, that's insulting. Speaking of Pratt's Marvel mixtape movies, during a fight set to good vibrations, Keats yells, "I'm not dying to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch." All the jokes are similarly oversold and unfunny. The Russos try hard to blend humor, science fiction, and action. Plenty of others have successfully before, but they only manage to flatten the stakes and make viewers scowl. All the stupid robots look like beach balls on stick figures. Remember, $320 million. And many of them are reminiscent of the nuts and bolts Transformers Autobots, who also confusingly spoke like they grew up in South Bronx. Not once do you care about any of these people, but be they artificial or flesh and blood. Michelle's quest lacks thrills or exciting developments, and the Electric State creaks along at the pre-oil can Tin Man. Poor Brown, great on Stranger Things, serves another dud from the Hawkins. As for the Russos, they will return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe next year with Avengers Doomsday, which I'm not looking forward to. The next step comes after they have finally wrapped their next multi-year streaming project, Netflix Doomsday. This story originally appeared on New York Post and is republished here with permission.
I don't know. They're not going to make all that money back.
No, there's
Maybe half.
well the thing they don't have sales with Netflix; it's all streaming numbers, so they get
Oh,
advertising
we
in
know
some
how well
countries,
Netflix chooses their things. They kill good shows and put on crap in return.
and they can't make a second season to live. They just kill the second season after a good show happens to sneak through. Pretty common.
Hmm.
But then again, sophomore outings on most shows are kind of hard.
Yeah.
I think season two of Reacher wasn't as good as season three or one.
Season 3 of Reacher, I know we're watching it at the moment, but I'm kind of like, eh, I don't know. It's too much talky talk at the moment.
You need more heads to pins and crushing bodies
Well,
underneath
that's what
desks.
Alan Richardson does, doesn't he? He punches people and just gives one-liners, not give that whole. And he, I don't know, he just has a whole dumb look on his face at the moment when he's talking. So I don't know.
Hmm. Well, again, we still have a few more episodes left in the season, so we'll see.
Yeah, 3
All right,
so
now for
far.
your favorite person on the planet. Meghan Markle, stuck with more copying claims as she launches her new podcast. Meghan Markle launches a surprising new venture just a week after her show was mauled by critics, and she's already facing a backlash. Now, I heard something about a cooking show, so I'm wondering if this is about the cooking show.
Well, does she copy Pamela Anderson's cooking show?
I guess. Meghan Markle is facing claims she copied the idea of her latest podcast venture. The Duchess of Sussex took to Instagram to reveal the first episode of Confessions of a Female Founder will air on April 8th. Confessions of a Female Founder? What the? Megan
Yeah,
shared her
because she invented the term apparently.
Uh, Megan shared her latest career update, writing, "I am so excited to share with you something else I've been working on. Confessions of a Female Founder, my new podcast with Lemonade Media. Lemonade Media. Okay, sorry. I hate uh, usernames sometimes. I've been having candid conversations with amazing women who have turned dreams into realities and scaled small ideas into massive successful businesses. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, and tumbles, and letting me pick their brains as I build out my own businesses. As ever, I
Okay.
as ever, it has been absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and fun. Because what's the point if we can't have some fun on this wild adventure? However, Megan swiftly faced backlash from some corners of the internet after many suggested she stole the idea of the podcast from Confessions of a Female Founder by YouTuber Katie Netty. Oh my god, the name's basically the same too. What the hell?
I don't know.
The only thing she's good at is copying everything she does. Her lack of originality is mind blowing, one person wrote on X. She's an actress. She's paid
She's
to
a
lie.
she's a D actress. She's not even a B actress.
I
She
mean,
wasn't. She did. I hated. I loved Suits, and I watched Suits for what's his name, Harvey Specter
mhm.
actor, because I've known him from other stuff.
You got lit up. Lewis
And
lit.
yeah, and Lewis Litt. Lewis Litt was awesome. But anytime she came on the screen, I had to look away because I no, it didn't bring
Fast
anything to the
forward.
table.
And she doesn't look good either.
No,
She wasn't a sex bomb like they were trying to imply she was.
yeah, Donna was a sex bomb.
That was me nodding to my wife. The only thing she's good at is copying everything she does. Her lack of originality is mind blowing. Tell me you don't have a single original thought without telling me you don't have a single original thought, said another person. Despite the backlash from fans, Nete has insisted she doesn't feel the same and still supports the Duchess. She told Yahoo, I completely understand why people are drawing connections, and I truly appreciate the support and understanding their intention. But I also understand coincidences as well. It is highly unlikely Megan ever came across my channel, but I am flattered by the thought. She added, what does concern me is how quickly this is turning into another reason to drag a woman down. That's not something I want to contribute to. I know firsthand what it feels like to have my work actually copied. This isn't that.
It's not the fact that she's a woman.
That's what I always think. It's always like, oh no, you can't attack me. I'm a
You
woman.
have to attach something to it. Oh, I'm black. You can't do that. Or I'm Asian. You can't do that. Or I'm a woman. I can't do that.
I'm a dwarf. You can't do that.
Yeah, I'm an elf.
Yeah, exactly. That's speciesist. You can't attack another species.
Yeah, I mean, screw that. I mean, she's got nothing original. Her whole jam thing. Apparently, I heard that she had bought jam from the store and then put it into one of her jars and passed it off as her own. It's like I haven't watched any of her episodes, so I don't know if she literally showed maybe the factory where her jams were made,
Uh,
or was it all done in the kitchen?
I don't pay any attention to these people. The only reason why they show up here in Australian news is because they're technically royals.
Well, by the end of last year, I hadn't seen anything about them for about 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden, New Year's, they're back, and I'm like, oh for fuck's sake, could I just not have? Sorry for the f bomb there. I just
I'm not
realized
get the
that.
editing. I don't get the beeper out.
No, we don't need to edit.
Okay, you
It's
guys,
not
this is
made
a
for kids.
late entry. This is not. We went PG-13.
Okay.
Wait. It still counts though. You only got one. You only got
sake.
one. You get two in an R before we get to R, so we're still okay. The old rule: two of them in PG-13.
No, I'm not going to drop another f bomb.
Okay.
It's and the house that she used for her cooking show wasn't even her house. And then she's like, "Oh, we did because of privacy." Screw privacy.
Well, I mean, sets are sets. I understand sets. You know.
From the moment you went public and trashed the royal family and did all the stuff that you did, you've given away your right to be private.
No, you haven't given away your right to be private, but at the same time, everything you've done screams, don't give me privacy. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Yes.
So, again, I see the idea of sets. Totally fine with sets if you tell us it's a set, right? Welcome to the studio. Welcome to things
yes,
like that.
but she didn't explain any of that.
Yeah, it was probably just, hey, look, welcome to the kitchen, or she said, welcome to my kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I like to pick my flowers and my bees and stuff like that. And it's like, well, it's not even your house.
What's the word I was trying to think of? Where it's reality, genuineness. Yeah, authenticity. That's the word. That's what the internet is going to become because of all the AI, because of all of these personalities out there. Those who are really authentically themselves, I think, are what's going to be the future of personalities. Because if I just want somebody reading lines, I can get robots to do that now, and they do it better than some of these people.
I just haven't seen anything truthful come out about them, about her or the husband. He who shall not be named.
He's the backup at this point. And how far down the line is he? He's not even in the order anymore, is he?
No, because all of William's kids come first.
So he's so far deleted from the lineage, we can safely ignore him.
He never wanted to be the king anyway. I read this like years and years and years ago, apparently.
Well, he won't
and
be.
Now he's been complaining that he's a spare.
He's not even a spare anymore. We have three.
Three,
yeah.
There's I can't remember the kids' names. Prince Louis is the youngest. Princess Charlotte, and then the Prince George. That's his name.
Yeah.
He's the eldest of William's kids.
Throw a dartboard. It'll be Henry, George, Louis. Those are the same 15.
But I'm not sure if they changed
names.
the law for Princess Charlotte to become queen, because apparently only men are supposed to.
Well, we've had two queens.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was because there were no male heirs at the time. I don't know.
You would think Queen Elizabeth would have seen to that.
May she rest in peace.
Well, I think that's about it for this week. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Grimnag,
I'm Frieren.
and thanks again. We look forward to talking to you next week when we look at another random bit of news. Have a great day.
Have an awesome day.
Bye.
Bye.